So, I have artist block again, and I think I've had it for quite a while now, but it was kind of just buried under deadlines and everyday tasks. And with juggling an Etsy store, Patreon, YouTube, and all my social media, sometimes I'm on this creative high, but I'm never truly 100% happy with anything I'm making. It just feels like I am. And I think I realized that more so when I took this tiny break from my shop and I actually had more time to live my life, and I realized that I had no idea what I wanted to do, what I wanted to draw. I feel like I'm making the same thing over and over again just to meet deadlines, and even if it doesn't appear that way to you all, it's kind of true. Every day feels the same. I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, sit in front of my laptop, work till lunch. Sometimes I'll change my sitting spot and spice things up, but then soon enough it's 5 p.m. and it's dark outside, and I'm thinking about whether or not I want to take out dinner or cook and save the extra $10 from that burrito at Rubio's. And then somehow in a blink of an eye, it's 11 p.m. and I feel like I haven't done anything with my day, and I end up passing out watching TikToks at 12 a.m. I wake up again in a new shirt but some lounge pants, and I work and I eat and I work and I eat and I sleep. And it just kind of keeps repeating over and over and over and over again until I come to the realization that every day has just been feeling the same. And then I realized that the past year has felt the same. But I recognize that everyone's probably feeling the same way as me right now. So instead of giving into that cycle again and always complaining about how little time and energy I have, I'm gonna actually try to get out of this art block and this slump. I think now that we're edging towards the end of 2020 and we're all kind of feeling the end of the year blues, I kind of just want to experience all the little things in life and start off the new year refreshed creatively and just in general, just feel a little bit better. So if you're kind of feeling the end of the year creative slump or life slump, I have a few things that I can share with you that I did, and maybe you'll feel more refreshed afterwards. Alright, first things first. We gotta clean up the studio, man. We gotta clean up our life. So I get a lot of messages from people whenever I say that my workspace is super messy, and everyone's always saying you call that messy, and then they just send me a bunch of pictures of their own studios. So everyone has their own tolerance to how messy it can get before it starts affecting their mood and stuff like that. And for me, I am a very organized and very clean person. So when it's just a tiny bit messy, just having all of my art supplies everywhere and just bags on the floor, that already makes me feel really cluttered in my mind. And I feel like whenever my studio is cluttered, it makes me feel very lazy. So the solution is to clean my space. So along with cleaning up your physical space, it's also really important to clean up your mental space as well. I feel like it's always good to reflect on your emotions and the problems that you've had and how you kind of handled things when your anxieties or whatnots come up. And for me, after a few cycles of my own anxiety coming up over and over again, I realized that not having a regular sleep pattern is one of the main sources of why I was feeling anxious about every day feeling like it's the same day repeating over and over again. I sometimes sleep at 4 a.m. and I wake up at 11 p.m. and since it's wintertime, it gets dark at around 4 to 5 p.m. So that's literally only a few hours of your day where you're seeing sunlight, and it obviously will make you feel less productive because of it. I feel like once it gets dark, it's really hard to kind of focus on anything because you just don't see time passing. Time just doesn't exist anymore. And once that cycle of sleeping late comes up again and again and again, it's really hard to break it. So I feel like, just try to treat your body better. Eat your meals, eat less takeout and snacks, drink a lot more water, sleep early, and give yourself more daylight so that you feel like you're actually living. So after you've cleaned up your space, it's time to find your inspiration again. And since we're in a pandemic right now, being in the same size space all the time kind of feeds into the creative block because it confines you within that space. So I recommend that if you can, go out and explore nature, go on a hike, or take a drive around like a scenic area. I personally love taking drives just for the sake of getting out, but like safely. And try to draw inspiration outside of just social media. And outside of doing things outdoors, you can also find a lot of inspiration from doing things inside. You can try downloading a new Switch game that has like a very interesting plot line, or maybe you can start reading some books that are about topics that you're not really familiar with and learn something outside of your industry. You can try watching some movies that are in different languages, get to know different cultures. And after you've collected all of these like photos and experiences of things that inspire you, you can take those things and put it back into your work.
大家好，我是你的导游。你是导游？
Yeah. You're right.
我们现在在爬山，很多石头，我的脚很累。这是甘草，这是拉斯维加斯，这是天空。OK， 拜。这是 strip， 这是 residentials， 这是 more residentials， 这是 more residentials。I don't know what to say. Lemon avocado.
So now that you feel more rested physically and also you went out and got a lot of experiences and inspiration from the outdoors, I think it's just time to like start creating. And even by just taking that first step into creating, it's gonna be really hard, but some ways that I realized made it a lot easier to go back into making things was by using like a new medium. For example, something I've been really into is like pastry decorating, and it's just getting me really hyped to actually create something. You can also paint over old pieces that you didn't like back then, but you can make something new out of it by squeezing out like your favorite colors and painting blobs all over it. You can take the extra paint from that and just make shapes on a page and draw over that. You can also do some fun DIYs that you're not too skilled at, because that's always like a fun way, and a different type of making art is by just making fun DIYs. And hopefully with those ideas you can start just making again and feeling the inspiration and motivation to make again. Uh-oh.
Would you like coffee or tea? Americano or espresso? I don't know how I can espresso all my feels. We can take in the sun. I think it'd be fun, even if it rains tomorrow. When I was so weak, so
So Vicky sent me this picture. I'll try to find it and leave it right here, but she sent me this picture of like these billy balls made out of, I think, felted yarn. I've been wanting to make it for a long time now, and I kind of wanted to make some for her too, for her Christmas present. So I'm finally gonna sit down and do it. It's been a few weeks and I've been pushing it off, so it's the perfect time to just do it. I'm gonna just do this like a little bit different than how I make usual pom-poms, but I just love making DIY crafts. It's so fun. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just winging it. But I feel like the beauty of like trying to create something is sometimes not about the final product, and it's more so of the process and like figuring your way through making something to, you know, end at the final product. This looks nothing like a billy ball. I may have failed on this one. Yeah, I don't think I put enough yarn in this one, but maybe I can use this for something else. Wait, does this even work? Okay, let's see. Okay, I gotta move fast because I don't know how it's gonna hold up. Oh. Okay. I hope this works. It got tight, really tight. Huh. And I think you're able to be less harsh on yourself when you don't do a new type of like craft well, because it is new to you and you have no idea how to do it in the first place. So you really just kind of relax yourself and then have fun making whatever you're making. So I think that's why I like DIY crafts so much, because you're kind of not making the same thing every time. It's always a little bit different. Ooh, okay, that's more of the texture that I want, but I don't know if I'm able to achieve that for the entire thing. Let us see. Ooh, okay, that's a better texture. I like it. Now I just have to trim it. This actually turned out okay. Oh, this is so cute. I don't know what that sound was. Please ignore me.
Butterfly, yeah, I like that. Sleep all day, just a cat nap. Buttercup and a Hershey. Camel-like, always thirsty. Will I ever grow to the guy that I think of? I'ma get this slow as the sky that I dream of.
So hopefully by the end of this video, you're feeling a lot more inspired to get out of this slump for the new year. And you know, life can get mundane a lot of the times, but you kind of just have to focus on the little things in life that keep you going. Find inspiration everywhere you go, and I would also like to remind you that at the end of the day, the worth you perceive your work to be does not describe the worth you are as a person. We're not machines, so just let yourself fail, learn from your mistakes, and let yourself grow at your own pace, and don't compare yourself to anyone else. Everyone's just in their own lane, doing their own thing, and I'm wishing you a happy new year. You got this. I believe in you. Bye.